Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I am back to do my review for Chainsaw Man, Manga Chapter 129. And a few things. One, we are going to be on break once again, but that's Fujimoto for you. Frankly, I'm actually surprised that we're actually getting a chapter today. But second thing I want to bring up is some new news. If you haven't learned, apparently Viz has a new subscription service called Viz Manga, where you can read not specifically Shonen Jump titles, but many other titles that are like Viz related, which includes like romance, that includes slice of life, Junji Ito, horror. I basically repeated myself twice, but yeah, you can go and get the app, and if I remember correctly, it's like $1.99. Me personally, I probably won't get it now, but there are a few series on there that really interest me, and I may eventually get it in the future. But hey, just wanted to let y'all know, just in case y'all haven't heard about it. So yeah, little announcement there. So let's just dive right into it and really talk about and see what's going on in Chainsaw Man this week, because if we remember what happened last week, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, now I remember, there was a second Chainsaw Man, and we're starting off this chapter with the second Chainsaw Man, as even Asa like is looking like two Chainsaw Mans. It's Chainsaw Men. Not Chainsaw Mans. Chainsaw Men. I know English isn't your first language. Understandable. But no, it's actually Chainsaw Man. As we have the title of the chapter being 129, Save Me, Chainsaw Man. Who exactly that Chainsaw Man is, we don't know. But we see that Denji somehow gets booted out of what I'm assuming is hell. Or at least where the Falling Devil's most likely true body resides, as we see that Asa is beginning to combobulate, realize what's going on, where she is right now, and okay, and Chainsaw Man is heavily injured, and you have Yoru that's like, Asa, now's our chance, finish him while he's down, kill him, and I'll return your body, you'll finally be rid of me. And you just have a freaking Asa just looking down, and Yoru is like, I screwed up. Just when I finally begun to understand you. Oh no. Has she grown an attachment to Chainsaw Man? As you just have Asa, not Asa, you have Yoru saying, you always do this. Why must you always do the opposite of what I say? As we see that, she just comes around, stabs her hand, and they both say, ow, as she is feeding Denji Chainsaw Man the freaking blood. As you just have Yoru's like, you don't have to take it so far as to save my mortal enemy. You're crossing the line. As you just have Asa's like, between the time with Yuko and tonight, Chainsaw Man has saved my life twice now. Besides, watching Chainsaw Man makes me think, if a piece of trash like him is allowed to keep living, then maybe it's okay for me to live too. That's why, as you just have Yoru's like, Asa, save me, Chainsaw Man. Oh, Digi's back and running. Woo! And we start off by seeing a woo, as we see that Chainsaw Man is grabbing onto Asa and is trying his best to avoid the tendrils that are flying towards his direction. As we see that he lands on a car, potentially kills the person inside of the car. If he doesn't, the Falling Devil does, as he hits over the banister or the side of a building. When these tendrils even come and destroy that too, they're chasing Chainsaw Man relentlessly. And once again, Fujimoto's art, top notch. Oh gosh, also these things are very phallic with a little needle at the end, and we just see Chainsaw Man, aka most likely Denji, saying, trying to avoid all of these attacks as these little tendrils come out from the side of the building, as Denji's like, sorry, I might not be able to save ya. But he is still trying, as we see another tendril is going underneath the ground. Oh, that's how he's able to do it. It seems it's he went underneath the ground and most likely was able to come out of the ground because of it. I have really no idea how that happens, but devil's gonna do what devil's gonna do. As you have Chainsaw Man's like, yeah, I'm getting tired. As we see that Asa looks down, sees a motorcyclist like, Chainsaw Man, and he's like, yeah, still that motorcycle, please. And as like he looks, he sees a woman, is like, "Don't be stupid! I can't steal that, you thief! A woman's riding it!" And he's like, "Steal that, guys did." But take a while again. He kicks the. He's like beat it. He kicks the guy off of it as you just have him say, "Youch!" As you just have like Chainsaw Man, "Don't blame me. Blame the chick behind me. Oh crap! Hey." As he's like running for his life, and as soon as like he says this, he realizes it comes at you. It's like, "Could you teach me how to ride this thing?" As you just have her saying, "Super Chainsaw Man motorcycle." Ooh. Oh, she's claiming it as his own. Oh, what? Oh, that's wild. And the chapter just ends with the dude screaming, "That's my bike." Yo, that's oh my gosh, I know what I'm putting for the thumbnail of this chapter. So, review time, I guess. This was just a really just solid chapter of Chainsaw Man, as always. Very enjoyable. What's probably very enjoyable about this chapter is just Asa finally, for once, growing a backbone. Like, literally taking initiative and literally going against Yoru. Like, she could have, in theory, like, killed Chainsaw Man and be like, "Tomato, tomato, I'm done. I don't have to deal with Yoru anymore." But then she also remembers, most likely from what we saw with the Chainsaw Man, about how they need to pretty much, if I remember correctly, like avoid falling or this devil until like I believe like sunup or like the night itself. So that's something interesting and most likely leads to what we get in this chapter of her finally growing a background or backbone and finally accepting that she does deserve to live, which is great because that's just a challenge that she's been going through over the past like few chapters, or I think has it been 29 chapters? Yeah, it's been almost 30 chapters more or less, and this is a struggle that she's been going through the entire time, just really like finding worth in her life, like believing that she should exist and live. And now she finally has that resolve, which pays off big time because now you have probably one of the most powerful people in this world helping you, saving you. Now, unfortunately, he's unable to like do it on his own because he's still like a person. He can only do like so much of it on his own with his just two legs while also, carrying a person. But I just enjoy the fact that like comedy in this is always great. They get a motorcycle and Denji is able to not necessarily ride it, but what is very interesting is that we get to see like Asa be able to use like the War Devil's like possession abilities and be able to use it in a creative way. Like she claims it as her own because she steals it from this guy, and by that definition it is hers as well as Chainsaw Man's. So kind of like claiming Chainsaw Man and transforming this bike into a Chainsaw Man like motorcycle, which that just looks like awesome. Does it make sense for how it's able to still be a bike? No. But does it look cool? Absolutely. It looks amazing. And maybe we're going to have other Chainsaw Man themed like vehicles or like items. Like maybe Chainsaw Man will actually use like a chainsaw weapon, or maybe Asa will use something as a chainsaw weapon, or maybe you're going to have other vehicles that are going to be like chainsaws. Are we going to have a chainsaw bus, a chainsaw car, a chainsaw scooter? I mean, we have a bike. Who say that we won't have a scooter? And once again, this just builds upon the creativity that Asa can have with her abilities. She was literally able to claim an aquarium as her own, so it makes sense that she's able to claim a bike. But being able to claim things and then actually give like specifications to them, I think that's something new that we really haven't seen, where we've seen like sort of like swords, but like we're seeing a little bit more of the extent to it. It's not just swords. She can do it with Chainsaw Man. Maybe she can make something into a gun, make something into a scythe, make something into like a bomb, dynamite, explosives, who knows? But we're getting a little bit more understanding of how her abilities work and how potentially she's able to be a little bit more creative with those abilities moving forward in the story. So I think that we're going to be following down the line of this is just going to be them not necessarily fighting against this devil, but just fighting to survive, living long enough for the specific conditions to be met, and doing so on a motorcycle. Maybe we'll get a chapter or two like with them combat wise with the motorcycle. Then the motorcycle breaks, so they have to get another like piece of vehicle, but then it's already daytime, so the struggle goes away. But I think that what's going to be happening is that Asa is going to be forming a relationship with Chainsaw Man, and she may have like affection for Chainsaw Man, and then still vice versa have affection for Denji, while also just going against Yoru's ideas. And the fact of the matter is, like, she may be able to, like, not necessarily take full control of her body, but that she may be able to keep Yoru at bay, and she may keep Yoru along a lot longer than we may be expecting. Maybe they'll actually form, like, a cohabitating, like, mutual relationship with one another in the future. While Yoru tries to kill Chainsaw Man, Asa's going to try and protect him and be by his side, potentially. But that's just my theories. What do you think? How did you enjoy the chapter? And are you excited for the Chainsaw Man motorcycle? Leave your thoughts down below, and if you want to see more content like this, more of my reactions to Chainsaw Man, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do all that cool stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!